Yes, very good, dear Astromaniac. I'm going to make a video explaining to you
how to use a program.
Sounds excellent. It is a free program, very simple to use and very practical, especially for eliminating gradients, right? In the images we arrive, we're in a place with a lot of light pollution, and especially if we have a large field of view of the sensor telescope combination. Yeah, it has a large field of view. It could be, for example, a day camera that normally, because it has a large field of view, and for example, the brightness of the sky near the horizon, because it is really greater than that as we get closer to the meridian.
And that gradient
of light, which is brighter in one area of the image than in another, as it greatly affects the images we take. We want it to be. The background of the image, well, let's say, should have the same intensity.
And
So that
we called him
gradient, we can eliminate it with this program, is the GraXpert.
It also cancels noise me sometimes.
I use it for noise elimination. Sometimes it doesn't work much for me, even gradient elimination. Sometimes when the gradient is very marked, such as here where I live.
89.
The worst in the world really is the worst possible, right? In the
scale this.
Scale, because sometimes I have to cut, I have to eliminate parts of the image when I eliminate the gradient because it creates a band, etc. But
it improves a lot.
The image, even if it is good, is always convenient.
Is it better?
Well, cut the image a little, and the counts have this gradient that can be, it can really be fatal, especially in areas with a lot of pollution, or when we are in a photograph of a lens and there is, say, a light, as we said, parasitic lights, not these lights for the vacuum focus near a corner of the image, out of the image, of course, but close to where the reflection is, since it enters the optical system then.
We have this gradient.
That there are, of course, other programs to eliminate it. But this one is free. It's automatic, practically very simple and very easy to use. Then I'm going to explain to you
how.
In the description of the video, I will leave you the link to download it.
Well, let's see how to use the program. As I said, it's very simple. Here is GraXpert. I have version 3.02. Let's open it. Well, this is the program, and I repeat, the easy-to-use purpose. We are going to open the image. We are going to load image here. We are going to select the image, and we give the option here. This is for viewing. That is, it is not processing anything, simply for a preview of the image. There it is. Here you see the whole gradient.
More here.
Make it brighter. Here it's darker. The problem is with the dark areas. These flat areas also have issues. So let's go to background extraction. Let's proceed. I'm trying here, for example, 0.2 smoothing. We can graduate 0.2. Generally works well for me for these images that I take here from my house. But you can try it. That is, calculate background. We go here and wait. Then I die a little. It depends on the speed of each PC. Here it is. As you can see now, it doesn't have an area. This area that is darker and brighter, etc. What happens when the gradient is broken? We have this band here, for example, which I will almost certainly have to discard when I process it in Photoshop because it is very evident. And perhaps with Photoshop there is no way to eliminate it here as well. It eliminated this problem quite a bit with the non-SART dark. Well, this is the Bulla light. Sorry, it's still visible though. But hey, remember this. No, it doesn't do magic. Not when an image as bad as this. In many ways, well, the improvement is here. It's still less noticeable, but this problem with this stain is still noticeable. Here, the dishes also stand out. We can make noise or we can remove the noise. Not with this or with another. I try sometimes it works better with some magnets than others. Let's get the noise out of it. This takes longer than the background struction, the extraction of background struction. Remember this. This is not that. When above all it is used for when there is an area brighter than another. The gradient, then eliminate the gradient. I'm going to take this because noises does take a little longer. Well, here is the image also with noise elimination. I'm going to move a little bit here so you can see these details here of the Heartfish Nebula, the Sol Nebula. As you can see, the image is not finished processing right now, but the gradient is noticeable. Above all, it has been. It's always eliminated. I always repeat.
When I know.
Does it eliminate the gradient in an image with such a pronounced gradient? Sometimes artifacts can't be eliminated with post-processing, and you have to buy that part of the image. But it's preferable to have an image with brightness balance in different areas, because it's not real. It's not that this area here is brighter than this. It's simply light pollution. So when it comes to saving well the 16-bit saved ones as TIFF format, there is another format, etc. The saved ones, yes. Now you can save the processed image, that is the real image without. It wouldn't look like this. There would be 12 Photoshop, so make the curved levels, etc. Or you can save processed and stretch, which is like how you're looking right now. Yes, since the levels, curves, etc. have been worked on a little. It's your choice. If someone doesn't have much practice with this, I recommend that you save it with stretch and process, because I already help you a little with it. With the work at the curved levels, etc., if you can't save it, just process it, because the only thing that will save is the removal of noise and the background. That is the gradient. No, I'm going to save Streisand to show you, to compare with the other image. Here it is, here it is. So let's compare without. Without processing the final image, let's say in Photoshop or Pissing Site or whatever they use, let's compare. Well, here's the original image with all the frames stacked. No, but hey, the original image without any processing. Here is the other image. Here it might seem that there is more noise than it is. The levels are increased, the curves, etc. But it really isn't like that if you look at it. There are many more details. We are going to see, for example, this area here, for example, which is characteristic, and we can see well delimited these dark nebulae, well framed, and we are going to see the other image well, very blurred. We're not going to buy to put one next to the other. Well, here we can see the difference perfectly, can't we? Between both images is much more marked, this whole arc here, the dark nebula, etc. I repeat this. This image is well critical, the original image, let's say, and when the original image it's bad because it really is a bad image. Some things have their limits. No, you can't do more, but the idea is to show the gradient in both images. And even the noise elimination, well, it's quite good, quite easy to do. And I repeat, a free program when working in Photoshop, because this image can be improved. Let's see, the overall picture is appreciable, not the change. And I repeat, especially the gradient, which is the fundamental idea of this video. You see this dark area here and this well-lit area here. Well, everything is even because it's really like what this image would look like. So that's all I'm going to show you to finish some comparison examples, an image a little more worked on, let's say, so that you can see the difference.